As we are still pretty much hungover from the New Year Christmas break, when you think festivities, you think malls, at least in urban India. So we thought we'll chat with DLF Mall, get a vision really for 2020, talk about what the festive cheer has been like, what were the footfalls like, and of course, online retailers, whether they're taking the sheen off retailers or not, and who better than Pushpa Bector, Executive Director at DLF Premium Malls, joining in on the show right now to talk about exactly that. Pushpa, hi, morning. Good to have you on the show. And first, wishing you and your entire team at DLF Malls a very happy new year from all of us.
A lovely and a happy new year to you too, Abha and Aisha. So it's been a great year end for us, actually. Yeah, and we think that we have ended the year with a bang.
Exactly what I want to talk about. Tell me a little bit more in detail as to how the demands have been. Has it only been footfalls, or do you think footfalls have actually led to buys as well? Because as I can see from your clothing, it's been freezing in North India, and particularly in Delhi. Then you've got the protests going on, the pollution levels. Lots have sort of dampened and, kept people at home and dissuaded them from even stepping out.
Actually, we've had a phenomenal year end. Both November and December has been extremely good. We've beaten all our estimates with both footfall and sales. When I look at sales, November was even better, and December we've done, for example, in Mall of India, we ended December with 1.8 million footfall, which is a phenomenal record-breaking number. On a particular day on Christmas, we actually have 1.18 lakh people in the property. So not just the numbers of people coming in. We did not see the impact of the protests, touch wood. We, in fact, saw that people were coming in a good number, and shopping, because early winter set in. And since the winter set in, we saw that the winter merchandise was really briskly off the shelf. We opened, as you know, Cyber Hub. We opened Uniqlo. And it's a beautiful 20,000 square feet glass box that we've created. And the entire Gurgaon was there shopping. And actually, they've run out of their winter merchandise now. So, yeah, the going is good.
We heard all about how the first day sales at Uniqlo have been and how long the queues really outside the store were. But also tell us, how is it that you see the rest of the year shape up? This blip up that you've seen from the festive sales is good, but we all know as to how there is a slowdown in the economy. We've seen the sectors like, autos, FMCG, all of them really facing the heat. Do you think it's in a way going to impact your business as well going forward into the year somehow if we don't see a material recovery come in?
So we thought that would be so, and we were a little cautious about Q3. But so far, as I told you, it's not been so. But when I look at Q4 and the year ahead, what's happening in urban retail, especially the DLF Malls portfolio, is we've introduced a lot of new brands. We've got 150 new brands introduced within our portfolio over this past 1 year. With that, what we've seen is people are coming in to try various kinds of fashion. I don't see a ebbing this year in 2020. I don't see the trends ebbing down. In fact, I see it strengthening a bit more. And I'm looking at 2020, the portfolio that we have, it'll go up to another 6 properties we will have under our belt. And all of them have got a good blend of food and beverage. It's got a great blend of retail. So the mix is now tuned to future. And because of that, I believe that we are looking at 2020 with a lot of strength and positivity. We are, in fact, opening a new property. We've renovated Saket. We had a property in Saket. We have renovated it, rebranded it as DLF Avenue, and we'll be opening it by 1st February. It will be open for public.
Okay, fabulous. Okay, what has also been the pull of the restaurants, cafes, during this time? I mean, how much of a role do they play? And going forward as well, I mean, what are some of the more innovative things that you're planning with regards to the new mall, for example, experiences, other new elements that you feel could draw in customers?
Yes. So that's a really good question. In fact, we thought long and hard last year when we rebranded Avenue and redid the tenant mix. And we've actually got around 30% of food and beverage at DLF Avenue. And all of them are going to start grounds up. So for the first time, you will see almost like a mini cyber hub, a more curated cyber hub at DLF Avenue. And with that, what we feel is food and beverage is what is drawing in stickiness, it's drawing in communities, and shopping happens along with good enjoying times with friends. I think shopping also happens, and we see that the blend of the two really works very well. So, at DLF Avenue, what we are doing for the first time is, of course, 30% of food and beverage. Along with that, more millennials skewed retail. By that, what I mean is that we've got more athleisure, we've got more fusion brands that the millennials are actually looking forward to. And you'll be happy to know that there are a lot of made in India brands which are doing exceptionally well. And you will see that at DLF Avenue, we've given opportunities to many of such brands who are organically made in India, but great designs and, getting in a completely newer set of audiences to the malls.
Also technology, are you using the data mined from customers in any way? How much of a role does that play, whether it be in mall functioning or shaping things as well going forward? What role really tech is playing at the moment?
A phenomenally huge role. In fact, where technology is concerned, we had started investing it in a big way a couple of years back. We've got beacons across our properties. So we know the dwell time of each consumer who comes into our properties. We study their dwell time within the property, within each store. We understand the journey between the stores. So if someone goes to Zara, is the person moving out of Zara and shopping at Aldo, or are they moving to the food court? We track that journey very well, and in fact we have some interesting insights. Most shoppers, they get bored after the seventh store. Seventh store is their stop, and after that their stickiness concludes. So I think data is very important. In fact, we are taking it now to the next level. We would like to look at where they are buying and what they are buying, and really analyze their transactions. And we will be using artificial intelligence going forward in order to do some data mining on the transactions to understand the consumers better, so that when we put in promotions, those promotions are much more tuned to what the consumers are looking forward to.
7? That's a very big threshold. People get bored after the 7th store.
Yeah.
I guess the millennials shop differently.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Great having you then on the show, Pushpa.
Yes.
Thanks so much for taking the time out and giving us a color of how people are shopping. And it doesn't seem like, be it pollution, protests, cold, anything is stopping them from going to the malls. Good to speak with you, Pushpa, as always.
No, I think people want to really look good. Thank you so very much. People liking to, really look good and look sharp, and I think that seems to be the mood setter. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely,
Lovely talking
it does.
to you.